Let's record on 8K 30 frames per second on this new Insta360 X6. Now I'm going to be testing it out thoroughly even more tomorrow and day after tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, you know how it goes. I'm going to keep testing it to see what it's like with this camera. Now, the cool thing about this, apparently it has its own AI editing, you know, does its own edits for you. Save you time. We'll see how that goes, because this new AI stuff, I don't know how good it is and, you know, what new tech is like. We'll see how that goes in the real life, not, you know, on spec sheets. But so far, it's completely new using this. Compared to my X5, it's a completely new experience for me. By the way, the touch screen and the front has a haptic feedback, so you can use a record button and so forth, switch between cameras and so forth. I found out that on the stills pictures, in 360 mode, I can record in 120 megapixel, I think. And in normal single lens, it's capped at 24 megapixels, which is not bad, I guess, because this is a small action camera. It's not going to be a professional grade camera like my other cameras, you know, my Leicas and so forth. Anyway, not important. But what is important is this camera going to be a game-changing camera for me? Because apparently it has these built-in mics, windproofing, so forth, and, you know, it's supposed to really up your game in motor vlogs and things like that. This is what it claims, but I'm going to put that to test in real life. Not what it claims. I'm going to test it myself and see how good this actually is. Now, you know, I've had some interesting conversations about this X6. Stay focused. X6 in white. I like white because it's different, but I should have gone for the black one because white is higher maintenance to keep clean, especially when I'm renting on the bikes or the trucks and so forth. I get dirty hands, and if I start grabbing the camera, I can see these mark prints, you know, black prints from oil and grease and so forth, and it's a pain to clean. That's what I can say. Now, this is going to be something I'm going to be testing out too on this X6. I'm going to mount it outside on the Bronco and then have the internal mic with me, where my wireless mic and 360 mic get, and test it from there. We'll see how that goes. Right, I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna wait for the sunset to settle down, dark, and try out the night mode. I'll be back. Right, test number 2. I've got my wireless mic connected. This is a game changer wireless mic, by the way. Apparently this is supposed to be the next best thing. What I'm going to do is test this on a motor vlog. That's what I'm going to test this out. Imagine this X6 up in front on my Harley, and I'm sitting there with this mic either on my, in my helmet or here like this, and then I'm going to speak to it loud. I got a wind guard as well that I can connect, which I'm going to do right now because I want to test it. And you know what I want to test too? Apparently this built-in mic is supposed to be game-changing, you know, built-in air protection mic. You know what it's called, wind guard, whatever. And my Bronco is the best test ground for me to test out wireless mics, cameras, to see how it handles the noisy Bronco from the inside. So we'll see. Now, let me get going, and I'll see you shortly in the Bronco. What I'm going to do is connect my Insta360 X6 in the Bronco, mount it up, shut the doors, and then I'm going to connect with a wireless mic, and I'm going to talk to you outside the car, and then I'm going to jump in the car with the wireless mic still connected, do a test run, you know, as I'm driving, and then disconnect this wireless mic, and then we're going to test just how good this built-in mic, I can't go. Today I'm just not with it. I woke up very early. So we'll see how that goes, and then I might just mount the camera outside the Bronco with the wireless mic again, inside the Bronco, and do another test. We'll see how it goes. But let me tell you something. I think for the next week, all I'm going to be using is this Insta360 X6 going forward for my channel for this whole week. So today is a Wednesday, 12th of August. So I'll say next Wednesday is when I'm going to stop using this. So complete 7 days, every day, use this camera with the mic, without the mic, to see what it's like. And then hopefully in between, I'll jump on the Harley and do some test runs there too. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll see you shortly because I'm going to wait till the sun goes down completely and it's dark and then test out this night mode, right? Right, let me stop the recording from here. I'll see you shortly. After updating the camera, I went to connect to my Insta360 app and it asked me to update the app now. So you have to update both. Update your camera and the app on the phone. And I'm still recording 8K, by the way, 30 frames per second. So we'll see how it goes. Let me update this app and then wait till it goes dark and we'll be back recording. I'm gonna do an 8K today. Only. Right, I must say something. After updating both the device and the app, I just transferred 3 gigs of file size to the phone in less under a minute. That's quite good actually. I like the improvement so far, but again, it's too early to state how good this camera is going to be for my channel. Right, let me get back to what I was doing. Right, this is test one. Now the Insta360 is in the car. I'm outside with the wireless mic connected. So this is going to be our first test. I'm going to start the car now. And it's dark, like real life. Let's open the car. I should be getting in now. Yeah. And wireless mic still connected. Again, I want to see how this, does in low light conditions. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm going to be using this camera for. Real life, baby, real life. I need to play around with the mic settings because I guess the gains are not done properly. So I'm going to be playing around with my Insta360 now for my raw, unprofessional test. I'm sorry, but I'm not the best tech person to share with you what this does and what it doesn't do. I just use my gadgets. Yeah, so if you tuned into my channel hoping that I'm going to be one of these professional gurus or, telling you what to buy, and I don't do that on my channel, I'm sorry. I just, do day life vlogs and so forth, and I use what I use, as in my tools, to create content with. I love action cameras, and lately for the past, since mid-Jan, I started moving away from action cameras and focusing on real professional cameras like Leica and so forth. And I have my Leicas, got a good collection of Leicas and lenses. Anyway, that's not the topic today. The topic today is about this Insta360 X6. Is it a game changer for me? I don't know, we'll find out. But I've loved all my other Insta360s. My X5 is amazing at night. X4 Air, nah. The X5 is where it's at for night. Pure video shots, I've done in the car, I've done outside and so forth, amazing. Ace Pro 2, my favorite in the Insta360 segment. Now the Go Ultra is not to be, taken lightly. That's a good little camera too. The Go 3S is cool, small, compact. So you've got these two compact small cameras by Insta360, so the Go Ultra and the Insta360 Go 3S. Anyway, put them to the side. DJI also has some amazing little cameras. The Nano in particular, I love that little camera. That camera, I remember my old channel, I mounted the camera on the top of the car and it was in the RAM. And I didn't lock down the suction cup mount, and so I went full speed as one does, normal speed, and the camera just rolled across, slammed onto the road. My children saw it, they was watching, both of them. They was both watching. They knew what was going to happen because they saw me not lock it down properly. They didn't say anything because they wanted to see this camera. How good does it roll off the top? Anyway, that camera landed hard, let me tell you, hard on the ground. And luckily I managed to get my camera back. Anyway, that was amazing footage. It was recorded live and uploaded, and it was just the best. And people were like blown away at how good the camera survived that. So the DJI Osmo Nano, a strong camera. Sorry, my brain's not with it. I'm tired of this. So this is me in the Bronco, night mode. I'm not going to put any lights on. I want to record as is and see what it's like as is. This is raw, unprofessional. This is why I like doing things, to see what it's like in the real life. Wild, as they say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this. I'm going to remove the wireless mic now because I want to test the actual built-in mic. This is a Bronco, so wind noises here and there. Now normally when I record footage, it's not as good. So I do apologize if the sound quality is going to be crap, but again, this is me testing my Insta360 X6. Here we go. Right, stop. Back. The wireless mic is not connected, as you can see, no lights. This is straight out the camera. Built-in mics. So apparently this has some game-changing features, it says. We'll see. Again, I love testing these features out because I'm actually looking for something to take care of my motovlogs, because sound quality of my motovlogs was something I struggled with. But I've tweaked it today to the best I can. But I've seen some people out there, they've got the action camera here and they got the mic right underneath like their chin level, and they're just shouting into the camera, and the sound quality is actually good. It's acceptable for me, but I just want to get that kind of sound quality. But if I can up it better, why not? Now apparently this wireless mic that I picked up also from Insta360 is supposed to be a game changer too, especially for motovlogs. According to the videos I've watched, we'll see, because I'm going to put a test to myself. I like testing things myself, you see. I don't like going based on the hype or so forth. I want to see it for myself, I want to test it myself and see the actual footage and sound quality. So I'm gonna hopefully get a motovlog done this week. Today's Wednesday, so maybe Thursday or Friday. I see maybe Friday or a Saturday now, I don't know. But I'm gonna test out with the action camera here on my chest. I'm gonna test out the wireless mic in the helmet. I'm gonna test it out on top of the camera. I'm gonna try different, approaches and angles. We'll see how it goes. And by the way, this is now still an 8K. Sorry, this is still an 8K, 30 frames per second, and it's running a bit warm. Yeah, it's a bit warm to the touch. Again, this is real life here. Now remember, there's nothing blowing or cooling this device down. And that's what I've done before. That's what I've talked about before in a video when I've done tests for 8K footage. I like to stick to 4K, but 8K footage runs your devices hot, and if you ain't cooling it, it's gonna shut down. I don't care what brand it is. I've tried them and they normally shut down on me halfway through, overheating errors. Again, because it's mounted on a mount with no air or circulation going to it, because I've got the air conditioner blowing me, so nothing's cooling the device. Ideally, if it's being cooled, fair. Now this is where it's unfair to do a test in a cold environment or in a hot environment like where I'm at. So the results will be different. So a person in a cold environment won't have the same problems I'll have in a warmer, hotter environment. Makes sense, right? Right, so I'm not going to stop recording. I want to see how long can this go without, if there's going to be any overheating in this condition I'm in right now. I do apologize if my speech is not all together with it, if my mind's not with it today, because I woke up really early, I'm just tired. But I'm doing this test because I want to do a test. I want to see what it's like. I'm in the Bronco and it's noisy. Now I'm driving, we're at 70, and as you can see, I'm sure it's going to pick up a lot of noise. And by the way, I'm not going to edit. I'm going to keep it as raw as ever. All I've got is Dolby Vision on, I think. I had it on normal 8K without the night mode, so I don't know if that transfers over when I do it in pure night mode. So if not, it's going to be normal footage. I'm not going to color grade it. I like to keep it as raw as ever, because remember, not everybody's a tech guru. Some people's going to buy these devices and just hit the record button and expect to get footage like they see what they've been shown. And that's what I do. I'm showing you what it's like out of the box. All I've changed is the settings. I've changed it up to 8K because this is what the 8K is all about, right? This is why they're setting it. 8K, 8K, 8K. By the way, you're not going to see 8K realistically unless you have 8K screen. I mean, a lot of our screens at home's or 4K. Some have 8K in. So you're not going to really get that 8K unless you have 8K. But again, when it throttles down to 4K, it just means more sharp 4K footage, I guess. So I'm now 100, so I'm guessing the sound's going to be good, supposedly. And maybe I have to change some settings in the Insta360 app. But again, I do all my edits on my phone. I don't use my laptop. So the only editing app that I use and what I'll be using for today's raw test is my Insta360 app on my phone. I'm going to edit it on my phone to have it locked onto me and then just upload it. So I wanted to keep it, I'm going to call today's title, the Insta360 X6 raw test in the real world. We'll see how it goes. But again, this is still 90, 100, 90, 100. So normally when I've done tests in my car with wireless mics, this is where they break down in the audio quality. Anything above 90, it was just, you can't hear what I'm saying. The car, you can hear the noise of the wind noise in the car more. So it was just ruined footage. So again, I do apologize if this footage is ruined. I don't know, because it's my first time using my X6 today. So I'm happy that I got it, and we'll see how it goes. This is night. This is how I'd use my camera. I don't want to be having all these lights in my car to get the perfect shot. I want to use it raw, baby. Raw. Just hit the record and raw. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I haven't got time to sit there and, you know, professionalize. I haven't got time to pro-grade my stuff. I like it raw sometimes. There is going to be a day, one day, I don't know when, where my footage is going to be, wow, mind-blowing and so forth. But again, I do all my edits alone. I don't have anybody helping me. I don't have a studio. I don't have professional gear, like, you know, special lighting and so forth. I just have my action camera out the box, change settings from 4K to 8K, 30 frames per second, hit record. That's it. Put it in CapCut, whatever it's called. Do some edits here and there, like, you know, splash words and so forth, end screen, and Bob's your uncle, and just, that's how I do my edits. You know, I know you must be wanting professional grade footage. I do apologize, but that's not what my channel is about. I'm not an influencer, I'm not a tech reviewer, I'm a tech user. I'm a tech junkie that loves using tech. Now, could I sit there and explain about this tech stuff? Yeah, but I don't like doing that because it's boring. I like to keep it simple. I like to use a KISS theory. Keep it so simple. And I don't want to sit there and use jargon words and, you know, all these fancy things, and this is what it can do, and this in sensor, 1 inch, I don't know what, and AI this, and I can't do that, honestly. It's just too much. You have way professional people out there on YouTube who can do far better job than me. You don't need me to do that. You want different. You want someone who's got humor, who's got some humor, sorry. And I've got a lot of humor, by the way. I've got a cough coming. Woof. That's from humidity, air conditioning, and so forth. Let me touch the back of my, wow, that's hot. Yeah. So my X6 is running hot. So far hasn't shut down. I'm gonna run it until I reach home, because this is me testing the X6 in real life. Raw, baby. I know 4K run better lower than 8K. Remember, don't blame the device or thinking the device is faulty when it overheats. You're asking too much from a device that's got all these AI, you know, processors working inside this small little, you know, machine, and it's pushing and needs air. It needs to be cooled down. I'm not cooling down. My camera is mounted on my rail frame here, my Bronco, and behind there's no air coming to it. So it's just idle. So it's different if I got on my Harley where the wind's hitting it. You get some cool air going. If I had this camera outside the Bronco right now, it'd be cooled down much better than it is now in here. Now the air conditioning circulation is here inside the car is going around, but I don't know if it's actually reaching the X6. Who knows? Either way, I've had a lot of cameras fail on me when I'm doing recording like this vlog. Over 20 to 25 minutes, it just dies out and it's like overheat. Protection. It's a protection safety thing for your camera. You should be thankful it actually shuts down instead of, you know, overheating and melting down and shutting down, you know, and never work again. That's the last thing you want after spending your hard money on a product that you damaged because you failed to understand how it works. Again, thankfully we have safety stuff built in our devices to shut it down from overdoing that, overcooking itself. Doing it, cooking on you when you're, you know, creating content. And that's the worst thing that's happened to me too, by the way. That I've been recording content and I forgot to hit the record button. Does that happen to you too? Drop me a comment below, let me know if that has happened to you. Because I've had many days where I'm sitting there, I'm in the zone and I'm recording and I forgot to hit the record button. And how do I know? Because the camera shuts down. Or the best one is you forget to put a memory card in. Thinking, you're ready, you hit the record button and it says no SD card. I do apologize. Oof. I'm telling you. Right, this is going to come to an end now, so I hope today's raw footage has got you an idea what this Insta360 X6 is like. Remember, I'm a person that owns a lot of action cameras, different brands. I'm not a one brand person. I love all my Insta360 cameras. I love all my DJIs and my GoPros and my Leica and my Fujifilm. And I love trying new things. You give me a camera and we'll try it, I'll try it. I'm not gonna say no, I can't try that because I like this brand only. No. You gotta get out of your comfort zone. How are you gonna find the perfect camera for you if you're not willing to try something new? That's how I see it. That's how I see it, baby. Right. I think we should end it, right? Really. I think we've got a good fair amount of testing. Let's see. Let's see how this captures the noise of the Bronco when I accelerate. So if I go from here, does it capture the engine noise? Can you still hear me? That's me just test to see is it overpowering. Because I saw a video clip of the Insta360 where apparently you could change the audio from before and after, especially when you're on the motorcycle. Let's say, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm telling you, every time I hear the machine, two wheels, Harley going past me, it's like calling me. It's like, what are you doing? Get out of four wheels and get on two wheels. It's a bike thing. Yeah. Once you go two wheels, you can't go back, baby. You just can't go back. Yeah, four wheels move the body. Two wheels moves your soul. That's what I say. That's what everybody else says. That's what I heard many years ago, and it's rung true to me. Two wheels moves my soul. Whenever I want to feel free and cageless, I get on two wheels. When I just want to feel lazy and, I get into four wheels in a cage. But again, Bronco, Jeeps, I love them. Why? Because you can take the roof off. You can take the roof off, strip it down, take the doors off, and get the same kind of experience like when you're in the Harley. But freedom of the air, just, you know how it is. If you don't, I suggest you get into a Jeep or a Bronco and remove the door, the rooftop, and just enjoy that convertible feeling. But again, two wheels is going to give you a better feeling than sitting in a chair holding a steering wheel. It's different, it's different. Yeah. I'm telling you, I've got to look after myself. That's another thing, by the way. I've decided that after my holiday, I need to get back in shape. I'm sorry. I put on 4 kilos. That's no joke, I understand when people put on 1 kilo and they get in this depression. Yeah, I feel that pain. I feel your pain, trust me. But I got to get active. But it's been so hot that summer. It's now starting to slowly cool down. We're halfway through August now. Hopefully it's going to start dipping. But I need to get out and start walking again. I'm going to do that challenge again. Drop me a comment below. Tell me that I should get back into walking. Do my daily vlogs. Do a challenge. I've got to challenge myself. I've got to change it up. I can't be sitting there doing this every day. Yeah. So if you like the footage, you know what to do. There's a like button down below. If you hit that like button, it tells the algorithm, yes, and it shares with people out there. They can find me too, like you found me. So I hope that you can help me grow my channel by hitting the like button. And if you're not part of my journey, I would love to have you on my journey with me too, because it's about me sharing what I'm going through with life, what I've learned through life, and also sharing with you my tech stuff that I love too. Cars, bikes, you name it. It's called life, tech, and engines. Get it? So I got a mixture of things on my channel. I hope you can enjoy what I have to share. And remember, I'll see you in the next one. I know this is not professional grade kind of footage that you're looking for. It's not the best kind of footage that you was hoping for to see on this Insta360 X6, but guess what? This is the real Insta360 with no fluff, no hype. Just hit the record button and roll with it. Be stupid, be silly on camera, who cares? I'm just sharing what it looks like to record on this Insta360 X6. Now I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow maybe. Who knows? I might see you an hour again. You never know with me. You see, I have had to tone it down. I used to pump out 4 videos a day. Anyway, for another story, another day. I'll see you all next one. I am out. I'm holding this X5. Sorry. I'm holding this X6 and it's hot. And I mean hot. If I had a heat gun, I can tell you what the heat temperature is running right now. It's just super hot. I'm telling you, hot, hot, hot. I mean hot. Wow. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that test on 8K. I should have kept it in 4K. Anyway, did I say I'm out? I'll see you in the next one.